The Duggar family is once again in the headlines, and this time, it's 18-year-old Johannah Duggar at the center of a growing storm. According to multiple sources close to the family, Johannah has reportedly escaped a secret courtship that was allegedly arranged or at least encouraged by her father, Jim Bob Duggar. And now, Duggar fans and critics alike are stunned by the explosive revelation that has the entire family on edge. For years, Duggar daughters have followed a strict pattern when it comes to relationships, one shaped entirely by the family's ultra-conservative rules. Courtships are typically announced once they've been approved by Jim Bob and the family elders. But insiders say Johannah, who has always shown signs of independence, may have just broken the mold, and Jim Bob is not handling it well. The alleged secret courtship. Sources claim that Jim Bob had quietly been guiding Johannah toward a courtship with a young man from another large, conservative Christian family, someone described as perfect for the Duggar brand. The two families reportedly had been in touch for months, with the idea of a possible courtship simmering behind closed doors. The young man in question, whose identity has not been publicly confirmed, was allegedly visiting the Duggar household on multiple occasions, often during family events or church gatherings. It was all kept under wraps, far away from the public eye, and even from some extended family members. But here's the twist. Johannah reportedly said no. Not only did she allegedly reject the idea of a courtship with a young man, but she also refused to go along with her father's expectations quietly. Instead, she confided in older siblings, particularly Jill and Jinger, who have both distanced themselves from Jim Bob's strict control in recent years. According to a source close to the family, Johannah told her sisters that she wasn't ready for courtship, didn't feel any romantic connection, and most of all, felt like she was being pressured into a life she didn't choose. For a Duggar daughter, this is monumental. Jim Bob's reaction: furious and controlling. If there's one thing fans and critics know about Jim Bob Duggar, it's that he likes to control every aspect of his children's lives, especially his daughters. From clothing to courtships to marriage, nothing happens without his blessing. So, when Johannah allegedly refused to participate in the courtship, Jim Bob's reaction was reportedly explosive. He felt betrayed, one family insider said. He believed he was doing what was best for her, but she didn't agree, and she wasn't afraid to say so. Some say Jim Bob tried to shut the situation down entirely, limiting Johannah's phone use, tightening her social schedule, and even restricting access to older siblings who have influenced her thinking. Rumors are swirling that he went as far as grounding Johannah from family trips and community events. But if he thought that would keep her quiet, he was mistaken. Johannah's growing rebellion. Longtime fans have noticed that Johannah has always been different from some of her older sisters. While she's been raised under the same strict rules of modesty, obedience, and courtship, Johannah has displayed a bold personality and a fierce sense of independence. Social media clues suggest that Johannah has grown increasingly close to cousins and siblings who are no longer bound to the Duggar rules. People like Jill Duggar-Dillard, who has openly criticized Jim Bob and even released a tell-all book about her upbringing. Johannah has also been spotted wearing jeans, using a smartphone independently, and interacting with peers outside the family's tight social circle. It's clear that she's thinking for herself and possibly carving her own path. Fans are beginning to speculate that Johannah could be the next Duggar daughter to break free entirely. Jinger and Jill, her silent allies? As Johannah quietly pushed back against the courtship, her older sisters, especially Jinger and Jill, have reportedly played a significant role in encouraging her independence. Jinger, who now lives in California with her husband Jeremy Vuolo, has famously ditched her family's modesty rules and has spoken openly about the pressure she once felt under Jim Bob's authority. Jill, too, has shared her experiences of being controlled and manipulated by her father, and she's no longer on good terms with Jim Bob. She and her husband Derek Dillard have taken a firm stand against the family's toxic dynamics. Both sisters reportedly spoke to Johannah privately, encouraging her to trust her instincts and prioritize her emotional well-being over strict family expectations. And according to insider whispers, that encouragement may have been the final push Johannah needed to escape the courtship. Fans react, support, and outrage. When word of Johannah's alleged escape from a secret courtship began circulating online, fans were quick to weigh in, and their reactions are telling. Many are praising her bravery, calling her the next generation of strong Duggar women who are refusing to be silenced. "You go, Johannah," one commenter wrote. "Don't let them force you into anything." Others are expressing anger at Jim Bob, calling the attempt to push her into a relationship manipulative and damaging. "This is exactly why Jill and Jinga left," a fan posted. "Jim Bob hasn't changed, and now he's trying to control Johannah too? Enough is enough." But there are still loyal Duggar supporters who believe Johannah should have followed the family's rules and respected her father's authority. Some have even accused the older sisters of poisoning her mind. The family's fanbase is deeply divided, and Johannah's name is now trending in online Duggar communities. The bigger picture: a family divided? The alleged situation with Johannah is just the latest sign of a growing divide within the Duggar family. Since Josh Duggar's arrest and the subsequent public fallout, more and more cracks have appeared in the once unified family front. With older siblings stepping away, airing grievances, and revealing long-held secrets, it's become increasingly clear that the Duggar household is no longer the controlled, peaceful sanctuary it once appeared to be on TV. Johannah's refusal to go through with a secret courtship could be a turning point, not just for her, but for the younger Duggar children who are quietly watching everything unfold. As the younger siblings grow up in a world far more connected than the one Jim Bob originally sheltered his kids in, it may become harder and harder for him to enforce the same level of control he once wielded. What's next for Johannah? So far, there's been no official comment from the Duggars about Johannah's alleged courtship refusal, and no public statements from Jim Bob, Johannah, or the rest of the family. But fans are watching closely. Will Johannah continue to assert her independence? Will she follow in the footsteps of her older sisters and eventually leave the family compound altogether? Some speculate that she might be preparing to move in with Jill or Jinga in the near future. Others believe she may continue to live at home, but quietly resist the rules she no longer agrees with. Either way, one thing is certain: Johannah Duggar is no longer just one of the younger Duggar girls. She's stepping into the spotlight on her own terms, and the world is watching. Final thoughts. The Duggar family has built a brand on unity, faith, and obedience, but more and more, we're seeing a new generation that's unafraid to question everything. Johannah's alleged decision to walk away from a secret courtship might not just be personal, it might be revolutionary. And if history is any indication, Jim Bob won't take it lying down. But if Johannah's courage continues to grow, she might just lead the charge for change, proving that even in the strictest households, freedom finds a way. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Hello, lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Christina. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.